They say an eco-friendly house can't be built in 150 days for $150,000, and I say it can. I'm Alan Smith. Join me as I push the limits with time, budget, and creativity with the Garden Home Challenge, exclusively on ehowhome. You know, when you build a house, it's a 7-day-a-week project. It's a holiday weekend. We still have guys working. I mean, they want to work. They understand we're under a deadline. I'm getting ready to head out with Paige, and we're going to go through a list of things that we need. We're down to hardware, door handles, knobs, that kind of things. We've got a count of what we need, and we're going to just go do a little bargain hunting and see what we can come up with that fits the aesthetic. I could turn Paige loose to do it on his own, but I know we'd get into it over whether I liked it or not. So I'm just gonna go myself. And at the end of the day, a homeowner has just got to get in there and make some of those decisions themselves, or hire someone that you really trust as a designer. So today, even though it was supposed to be a day off, I'm out here. We met with a painter. The guy did a great job on the exterior. So we went through the house. I really want him to do the interior, and I hope he comes in with a good price. But I went through and showed him everything that I wanted and what I didn't want, and kind of how we're going to go about it, so he has an idea how to price this thing. Under the idea of communication, we have a language barrier. And the little pin, for you Slavic hills, it's a paint that you put on knots. A little can that's a red, rojo, and white, blanco with kills. Yeah, we got to go maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yes. No. Yes. Perfect. Little hole, yes.
You know, when it comes to painting and caulking, there's certain areas I want caulk. I'm very specific about it. And other areas I don't want caulked at all, because I want this sort of farmhouse chic to come through, and I want spaces between the boards. And then we met with Brett, who's done all the metal work on the roof. He's wrapping up the guttering today, talking about the rainwater harvesting system that we want to do here. Just had to make sure that we were communicating very clearly about it. And I think we got a lot of those issues worked out. And now we can price rainwater harvesting barrel, the size, and really make some intelligent choices about it.
Well, this morning we came up here to discuss the location of our water cistern for our water harvesting, and discuss where our gutters and downspouts are going to be. We actually we sell them ourselves. We sell 55 and 250 gallon water cisterns that I take and use from recycled syrup containers from Coca-Cola here in Little Rock. And I take them and clean them out and put valves in them and spigots and overflow valves, and do all the work ourselves. It's very green. Build the stands for them, and then we go out to people's homes and we set them up depending on what size and how many they need. And we take the calculations of how the rain and the water and the roof, and we want to be able to water the whole yard all the way around it, so the elevation comes into play, and the location is very important. The rainwater that we're trying to catch is going to be to help water throughout the gardens here, but it's also the overflow is very important, and where all the water goes and which direction it goes. And we have a retention pond down here at the bottom of the hill, and that's what our focus is also this morning.
We're not going to be installing a huge landscape, but just to have some of that fresh rainwater collected to use here is a nice thing. So we looked at a 250 gallon tank, but to me 250 gallons is nothing. I mean, the summer we can go through a full month without getting any rain at all. I came down here the other night and I noticed all the windows were up. Well, I asked Tony, I said, why are the windows up at the end of the day? I mean, we're putting all this flooring in, it could potentially rain. Granted, there wasn't a high % chance of rain, 30% showers, but still, I mean, we get these freak thunderstorms where, wind can blow in, and, we're putting in flooring now. I don't want it buckling. Well, then he tells me that Paige says he wants the windows left up because the house continues to need to breathe because of the insulation. Well, you know, I know that, but I thought we were past that period. So, you know, again, it's just a round robin of information that has to be managed on a daily basis. And I think, you know, that can get pretty frustrating.